welcome back to another week of Whip It Wednesday. I don't know what we're talking about this week. What are you talking about this week?
Not washcloths.
Yeah,
We did that last week.
we did. We're still knitting washcloths, but we aren't talking about them this week. Amber's stack of stuff is still there.
Yep. Still over there somewhere. Nope. This way. There we go. Nope. It doesn't work. I figured.
Yeah. It's over there.
Over
See,
there.
no, I did it wrong again. It's right there.
You can't look at yourself while you're doing it.
I know. Yeah.
That's the key. Don't look at yourself in the camera while you do it. Just point to where you want to go. Then turn your head. There we go.
Exactly.
That's how that works. Okay.
My project is in here. Well, actually, I'm talking about two things because I briefly mentioned this on one of the other, but this is going to get ripped out. So I'll talk about it for a second and then I'll talk about what I'm going to work on.
I got Harry Potter. I love my Harry Potter bag.
Yes, me too.
That's all I have to say.
I guess I'll go first because I'm going to talk about two things. So in my beautiful, so this was, I think a year ago, Stitch and You bags. She had these Beauty and the Beast bags that she put out. And so you got to choose the fabric that you wanted on the inside. And I went with the flowers because to me that reminded me of Belle. But so this was like her Mrs. Potts
Cute.
fabric. But I have my speckled space socks.
I think I did that one as Allison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, and I think a lot of people did too. But yeah, she used it for Belle, which I thought was kind of clever.
Yeah.
So
No, that is very clever.
So I have my speckled space socks, which I absolutely love.
Me too.
My two colors are the Beads of Jade for Beauty and the Totally Rad Llamas. But so the pattern's not actually written as a cuff down sock. It is written as toe up, but the whole thing does have a chart. So if you work the chart backwards, you can knit it cuff down. And when I cast them on, I had never done, cuff down socks. But I like a cuff down sock heel so much better. And it's easier to do it as a different color. And I really want the heel to be the green as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to rip them out because this is all I have. I don't have any more of the sock or the other one done. So I figure it's not that much. Yeah. And just do them from the cuff down. So
cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to rip that out.
I think do I have that one as well?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I'll make that pair too. Maybe that will be the socks I cast on too.
Yeah. Well, it will be good
With
because
the
it'll be a chance for you to do it from a chart too. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and you just have to do the chart backwards.
Sweet. Deal.
Yeah.
Do it.
So
let's do it.
Yeah. So I'll rip them out and just do them later because I don't need them right now.
Cool.
So those are gonna go bye-bye. Those were my May sock. So because I planned it. So I don't have another one until after Harry Potter. So I don't have another one until September, I don't think.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. So no more socks for a while. Which is nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
So for me this week, and I know I've talked about it on a previous podcast, but I don't think it was the Wednesday podcast.
I don't think so. Well, I don't think you've ever shown it. You talked about it briefly.
But maybe I haven't shown it.
Yeah, I don't think you've shown it.
So I'm working on another Yarnster hat. But this one I'm actually using fingering weight yarn on. So you can kind of see it. But I'm really liking it because it's nice and open and breezy, which is kind of what I wanted for my youngest. The yarn is Eeyore from Ohloops. I love all the little pinks in it. I let my youngest go through my stash and pick out what she wanted for her hat. Because after I made her sister's hat, she was like, "Oh, I want one of those hats." So I was like, "Okay, we'll go pick out the yarn you want." And this is what she came back with. And I thought it was kind of perfect because it's purple and it's pink and it's fingering, so it's going to be like light and airy, which is how she is. So her personality. So I was like,
for sure.
Perfect. So, and I'm absolutely loving how the yarn's knitting up with all these like specks of pink and purple. It's, I love it. It's pretty fun.
Yes, for sure.
You did a good job.
Oh, thanks.
So and then, so I'm just knitting that like the pattern, except for I changed the cuff.
It's inside out. There we go.
Oh yeah, that looks better.
because you do my.
Yeah, so I do knit 3, purl 2, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason I have an easier time keeping track of where I'm at. So,
Yeah.
and I like the way it looks. I think it just looks so cool. So, because it kind of gives it like this kind of almost pleated look.
Which I like.
Yeah.
This is going to be cute on her. It will be perfect with that dress that she was wearing, like you were saying.
Yeah, she had a white dress on for Easter, and it was very like breezy and light and summery. So I was like, oh, I might have to have her model that with my finished hat for her, because I think it would be so cute. Yeah,
that will be cute for sure.
And my husband's decided that he finally thinks he wants to do portraits, so he wants to practice.
My family. Sign us up, my family.
Yeah, he already on the list.
Yay.
He's like, he asked me the other day when Lydia wants her pictures, and I was like, because you had mentioned in front of the sunflower fields. And I was like, yeah.
So I have 3, because I would love to get them done in front of the sunflowers. I would love to get them done in a wheat field. I think that would be really pretty, especially since I have a little blonde-headed child. 2 of them, actually.
Kind of like that one where we stopped at last year with the girls. Yeah, that's just outside of Moses Lake. It was so pretty.
Well, and then I want him to do them in the fall, too, because I think that would be perfect.
So, when we go to Grand Coulee, we might be able to stop there or on the way back. Cool. For pictures. That would kind of kill 2 birds with one stone.
That would be nice, yeah. Cool.
And then sunflower fields will be, he's like, I'll keep track of when they're ready, and then we'll have to just go when they're ready.
Yeah, for sure.
And
so I'm excited. Very cool.
Yeah. He's like, I think I would like to try that now. I was like, yay, finally.
Well, he does a good job. When he does your guys', he always does good. So
yeah, he's taken some pretty amazing family pictures, and the ones he just took for Easter were beautiful. Of his mom with the girls.
Oh, I haven't seen those ones yet.
Yeah, I don't think he's posted those up yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen those.
So I think I've just seen them. But yeah, they're so pretty.
Oh.
There's one of his mom in the middle, because we were in Coeur d'Alene, so it's so we took pictures along the lake, and his mom and the girls are sitting on the bench, but it's his mom in the middle, and she's got her arms out on both sides, and they're just looking out, and he took it from behind, so it's just the backs.
Oh.
I was like, oh my gosh, that was like the most precious picture.
Oh, cute.
I was like, so cool. So I asked my oldest, I was like, do you want me to print some of those so you can put some up in your room? She's like, yes, please.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very
so sweet.
cool.
I was like, so the only thing, so we tried to do a big group shot, and something happened with the camera. He's like, I'm not sure if it was, I just didn't get the focus right or what, but those 3 pictures are blurry. Everything else was out clear, but the one with his dad in it, because he only took 3 pictures and then went and sat down. So yeah.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, so we'll have to do it again.
Yeah.
Especially since it was his dad's idea to go do the
Totally.
pictures.
For sure.
And then it's like, oh, okay, well, those are the pictures that didn't come out. Awesome. Yay.
Oh, bummer. Oh, I'll just do them again. It'll be okay.
So, enough rambling.
I think if you've come back, you
like the rambling?
Yeah, you just know that that's what you get here.
Yeah. Maybe they love it and that's why they keep coming back.
Totally. We actually had somebody tell us that they thought we were hysterical. So
yeah. The lady from, is it Trilogy?
Oh, yep.
Or Trinity.
Nancy, Trilogy.
Yeah, Trilogy.
Yeah, Nancy. That's her name, right? Nancy?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she told us that she thought we were hysterical.
She's like, you guys are hysterical.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of cute.
Yeah. I was like, yay.
That's what we want to hear.
Cool. I want to be funny. Thanks. Sometimes, usually only my family thinks I'm funny.
Totally.
I swear,
it's not even them.
Yeah, I swear half the time my husband's the only one that ever laughs. And I'm like, you guys are no fun.
You guys are no fun. Totally. So this week, I'm actually going to work on my blankets, my scrappy blankets, because Amber and I were talking, and I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't really have that many more whips to show. Wednesday's been great because I've finished most of them. She's like, I feel like I should cast out all these things. I'm like, yeah, but that kind of defeats the purpose. But I'm to that point where I don't really have that many things. But it's getting to be summer, and it's always busy with Harry Potter dying. So I generally tend to have my scrappy blankets. It's kind of the project I wanted it on. and or washcloths, and we're doing washcloths anyway. So so I'll be working on these, but I haven't shown them on any WIPit Wednesday video for a while. I don't think so.
I should start mine
You should.
because I have that one from Knit Picks that I bought. That's the whole kit.
You should.
That would be fun. I found a blanket that uses minis
Nice.
that I'm like, I think I'm totally gonna do it. So it's called the Bits and Bobbins.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen
I
that.
saw somebody post it up and I was like, ooh, I like that because it's just stripes and so instead of knitting squares, you just knit a stripe. And I was like, I think I like that better.
I should totally do that. That would be cute.
And I have all these minis that I can't figure out what to do with, and leftover pieces of projects and stuff. And so I think I'll do that for my
Cute.
my scrappy yarn.
That'll be
I
fun.
like it.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think you'll like that. So I'm gonna work on this one. This one was my granny stripe blanket that I started with my Advent minis from Layton this year.
And that one's crocheted, right?
Yes. So this is the granny stripe crochet blanket. So I'm gonna keep working on this one. I still have tons of minis from her because I didn't get through all of them. She gave me that cute little progress paper.
That was so
I
cute.
don't know if you guys can see the little cupcake there. But yeah, so I'll be working on this one. I had kind of contemplated whether or not I would just keep it and work on it during Advent season, but I think I'll just continue to add to it during Advent, but I really enjoy working on it, so I think I want to pull it back out. And it's a nice break for my hands because crocheting uses totally different muscles. So, when my hands hurt from knitting, it's a nice project to pick up. And then work on this one,
I love this one.
which I don't think I'm currently in the middle of the square. Nope, I lied. I am. Look
Just
at that.
kidding.
Just kidding. I think I'm in the exact same spot I was the last time you guys saw it. Because I'm working on this square, which is I don't remember the name of that. Just coloring brain cards, maybe? But,
So pretty.
that's my pretty blanket. But she needs this square finished. And then I think she'll be squared off, right? Yep.
So are you gonna
Oh,
put the
no, I'm
border? You're gonna keep going.
Oh, I'm gonna keep
that's
going,
right,
yeah.
because you want it to be the size of your bed, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I think it has to be like 40 by 30. Maybe more. I don't remember. I remember doing
So
the math
40
at
by
one.
30 squares. 'Cause
Yeah.
Each one is a.
Yeah, I remember doing the math once, and I think if I did it was something stupid, like one square a week, it would have taken, it's going to take me like 3 years or something like that. So it's got a ways to go.
Isn't that almost like when you figured that out, you're like,
It was like, that's kind of daunting.
it's like, and it's almost disheartening.
Yeah, it's like, it's never going to be done.
So that's why I usually wait till I get really close to the end, and then
Right,
I'm like,
then
okay,
you
if I do this
Right.
many a day, I will have it done by this day.
I figure for this though, like, I mean, it is, eventually it still will be big enough that you can wear, I mean, even if it never gets to the size of
I
my
mean, it's
bed.
kind of almost a throw size,
Yeah.
like a lap blanket right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah. Or
I mean,
it would
if you
be the
added a
perfect like
border.
baby blanket size,
Yeah.
so I could stop it at any point. I had always just planned to make it the size of my bed. I don't know why. It's not like I'm going to put it on my bed, given that I have animals that sleep on my bed because they are annoying. But it's so funny. They're all very good, other than the cat. The cat thinks she can sleep wherever she wants. But we put like a blue blanket at the very end of our bed, and that's like London knows. London will only sleep on the blue blanket. The cat usually stays there until nobody's in the room, and then she's like, "Ha, watch this." And so and I swear she always sleeps on Joe's pillow. He's like, "She's trying to kill me," because he's very allergic to the cat.
it's
So,
because
she knows.
Yeah, well, it's not that necessarily she knows that he's allergic,
Right.
but he's the one that gives her the least amount of attention. So
Exactly.
she's like,
"You will love me."
I'll leave my scent all over your pillow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but my goal is to, I think I want to add a whole nother up and down row and a whole nother horizontal row this summer. Yeah.
Cool.
So I think that's kind of my goal.
I think that's doable.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get distracted by sweaters.
Seriously. All the sweaters, guys. All of them. So I'm going to be, for anyone that watches or doesn't watch, I guess, Instagram. I asked if I should do the party top next or the new Caitlin Hunter one, and everyone was, of course, Caitlin Hunter. So I am going to do that one, and I have to pick out yarn for it. But I have convinced Amber to do it.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going to. That's the one with the short rows, right? No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because it's knit from the bottom up, so the top
Yes.
has short rows. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Which neither of us has ever knit a bottom up sweater before, so that will be new.
Yeah, I've never knit a sweater before, so I don't have anything to compare it to. That might be nice.
True. There's two things that make me nervous about bottom up sweaters, and maybe it's just because I've never done one, but it makes me nervous that I can't try it on.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, I've been doing my Sunset Highway and I can't try it on because I don't have a long enough cable, which makes me nervous. But, I mean, you can't really try it on and see that it's long enough or...
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you kind of just
have to gauge.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, you could put it and then measure.
True.
So you can kind of keep track that way. So
yeah. And then the other thing is that because I haven't read, but from what I understand is that most of them, so they have the short row shaping to make the armholes, but then you have to seam the top part. Which is, I mean, I would assume that you seam the top part just like you do a 3-needle bind off or like a Kitchener stitch, so it's not difficult, but yeah, so I don't, the construction part of the top is like, it's gonna, until I get to that point, my brain doesn't really
yeah, that makes sense.
wrap itself around how it works, but I would assume that once I get there, it'll be fine. But,
Yeah. So, and that's going to be part of our making.
Our Making 101 series.
Yeah. So we're going to record footage of that and we'll put
Have
that.
it on the channel soon.
Yeah. So you guys can kind of go through the
Process
learning
with us.
and learning of the new stitches. And because there's several you just said there that I've never done. So or maybe I have, but I just didn't know that's what they were called.
I don't think you've knit anything that has, maybe the Kitchener stitch. I'm trying to remember all the projects that you've made. Part of me wants to think that you have done the Kitchener stitch, but I can't think of it. I can't, off the top of my head, I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So maybe. Or maybe it's a lot of learning, but that's okay. I'm ready for a challenge.
Yeah,
So.
me too. And the sweater's beautiful, so
Yeah.
and it's Caitlin Hunter, so you can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, she was Coda Shawl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
I love
Sunset Highway, and
Yeah.
pretty much half of the things that are in my want to knit list. So
Yeah, mine too.
I think honestly, I made that every year. I do the Make 9 collage of the, and I think all but 3 of the patterns were either her or Andrea's patterns. So
Yeah, those are the two I tend to gravitate towards
yeah,
too.
them and Bee Mandarins. She's the I Smell Snow.
Oh,
Okay. Melody Hoffman. And Shannon Cook. I like Shannon Cook patterns too. So and Jane Richmond.
Yeah.
The list just goes on and on.
Yeah. To be honest, they're actually all just they're all great.
Gray and
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think some have their quirks and that others don't. So it's good because you can rotate around. And,
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. So, and I think maybe what we'll do on our recap for next month is we'll talk about all the washcloth patterns, different ones we used, and the reasons why we liked them and why we didn't. And
So look forward to that in a few weeks.
And thanks for everybody who's joining us.
Yeah.
On our washcloth.
We always forget to say thank you to new viewers for coming. Thank you to returning viewers for always coming back and putting up with our stuff. And if you like this, if you like
what you
this
hear
video, hit the subscribe button and ding the little bell.
You'll get notified every time we post something. Which right now is at least weekly for the most part.
Yeah,
so
normally.
Yeah, we've been doing pretty good. I'm really proud of ourselves. Yeah, so you guys are still gonna come over for a barbecue?
Yeah.
On the 4th? Sweet. I know my sister was like, I think I might be coming home for the 4th. I was like, okay, well, I'm still gonna barbecue with my best friend, so because that's what we do every year. And we go watch the fireworks. So
that's what we do.
Yep.
That's our thing.
You can have me the day before, you can have me the day after, but I love it.
Yep,
I'll
me
have to
too.
come up with something fun. I've always wanted to do like a lobster bake or something, where you put them in like the big lobster pans with all the like the corn and the potatoes. And,
I will not eat the lobster, but I'll eat all the other things.
well, we can put something together.
Okay, cool. I'm not really a seafood person. It's not my thing.
Which I totally get because I pretty much just like lobster. That's kind of my.
See, I like crab, and I like salmon,
See, we can put crab in.
and I like
Yeah.
salmon, and
There's
I like
usually crab in those.
cod, but I don't like shrimp, and I don't really, and I don't like. Aside from crab, I don't like anything that comes in a shell.
So mussels and
Yeah.
clams and so funny because when I was younger, I didn't like any of that stuff, and I've actually grown to really like mussels and clams. I still think oysters are disgusting.
See, my husband loves oysters.
Yes, my husband does too, and he got my 14-year-old to try an oyster on the half shell.
And she liked it, didn't she? Or did she not?
She thought it was okay. She
Yeah.
was like, it wasn't bad,
Right.
but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I have to have these
Right.
again. So she will more than likely be the one that develops a taste for it because she's also the one that eats sushi with him. And
See, and my
That kind of
girls both love sushi. They go eat sushi with Joel. I will not do that.
me either.
We went to, again, we're super rambly. We went for my birthday weekend. We kind of were tourists in downtown and we went to a new sushi place. And they had other things that weren't sushi, so I got that. But he had me try a dragon roll and had an eel in it. No. See, my problem with seafood is I'm okay with the seafood if it doesn't taste fishy.
Yeah.
If it tastes fishy, I can't do it.
Well, and you might like Chris's how he cooks lobster because
I might.
it generally doesn't taste.
Well, and I
fishy.
like crab. I've just never
Yeah.
tried lobster, so
Yeah.
it
And
might.
crab and lobster are similar. They have
Yeah.
similar flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got me to try sushi not that long ago at P.F. Chang's.
Mm.
He's like, oh, just try it. And I was like, and we had just talked to the girls about, especially my youngest, about, you know, trying new things.
Mhm.
So he's like, come on, you
Come
know,
on, Mom.
try it. And I was like, damn you. So I tried it. I swallowed it. I didn't spit it out. But let me tell you, the texture was so disgusting. I was like, I cannot get past the texture of the fish. I just can't. It's so disgusting. I'm like,
Yeah.
So
That
Which
was
is
me with
kind of
the
funny
eel.
that my oldest likes it because she is such a texture person when it comes to food. Like,
I
you
know
know,
too, and I
she
really
will not
like
eat
sushi too.
yogurt that has chunks in it.
She won't eat yogurt at all. She doesn't like yogurt.
And then she won't eat bananas. She doesn't like the texture of bananas, which kind of cracks me up because the two things that we probably gave our girls the most,
Yogurt and bananas.
well, yogurt, bananas, and hot dogs.
Oh yeah,
And
I never gave the girls. Joel gave those to Noah, and he loved them. And
but remember when we did all that camping and stuff when they were little, and it was like everywhere we went, it was like hamburgers and hot dogs, and so they got hot dogs.
They don't like them.
Neither one of my girls will touch a hot dog.
Oh yeah,
At all.
Emma doesn't like hot dogs, and bananas are probably one of her least favorite fruits, and she hates yogurt with a passion. She does not like it. It makes her gag.
Yeah, Bella will only.
I'm sure none of you
Yeah.
care about any.
But you all well, some of you understand because you're parents, right?
Totally.
Not all, but some. Yeah.
I love how we said goodbye and all these things, and then we're just talking.
Did we really say bye?
Well, we were talking about subscribing.
Oh, subscribing. We were.
We were.
I'm sorry. I can get that out.
It's just us. This is, like I said, I think by this point, if you've come back, you just realize that this is how we are.
Yeah.
Whether we
Whether we intend to or not.
It's just how we are.
But we want you guys to be comfortable. See, we're really comfortable with each other. This is why it's like this. Because we're like, oh, hey, I forgot to tell you the other day. Oh,
It's just
sorry,
like
there's a camera there.
conversation, right? Yeah, it's just like having a conversation. It's like when I watch Sue and Chelsea, sometimes because they're mother and daughter, it's the same thing. They just, they just have a conversation with each other. And then
You're just
Sue's
so
like, oh
used to
yeah, we're
talking.
talking to you guys.
Yeah.
It's not just each other.
Yeah. It's because we're so used to talking. And then when we're not texting each other like 9 million times a day, which my kids give me tons of shit for.
Mine too.
Sometimes even my husband, he's like, really?
Joel
9 o'clock?
Joel always laughs because you text kind of like his dad. So instead of putting, like, I always put it in a long text, which I'm like, okay, it's like a journal. But Amber sends multiple, like, in my phone, ding, ding. He's like, oh my goodness. He's like, it's Amber again. I'm like, oh, I know.
Yep. Well, and it's so funny because I tell myself, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do it a whole bunch. But then it's like, as I push the send, and I'm like, oh yeah, I wanted to tell her that. Oh yeah, that was a good idea. Oh, that was funny. I should say
do that too, but then mine are like long ones that I do that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So,
yeah. So,
we're super rambly tonight.
we just give you a little sneak peek,
Yeah.
or a little peek inside.
Yeah.
This is
Our friendship.
Yeah, inside our friendship, our lives.
Yes.
Yes, all of it.
Yes. All of
We leave it all on the table.
Yeah, for sure.
I hope you enjoyed joining us
Yeah.
for this WIPit Wednesday.
Yes.
Don't forget to post your pictures. # Wednesday with it.
Yep.
And what next month we should be drawing? Is that the next one?
No, didn't we just do it?
Looks we
In
did the
March.
first 3, so April, May, June.
So yeah, so at the end of June.
Yeah.
We'll draw again.
Yeah, so end of June, first part of July, we will draw again for lucky prize winners. So make sure to share your projects, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.